VC, what's up? Bob here. Welcome to the Bob Bradley YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about a record that I recently received in the mail. A little bit of VCLT. I don't get VCLT very much, but when I do, it's usually pretty good. Now, if you've been watching the channel for any time at all, you know that I keep a running Grail list. And this particular record has been at the top of that list for quite some time. I've been to Los Angeles, New York, Florida, Georgia, Memphis, Nashville, and in a last-ditch effort, went to Louisiana, to New Orleans to find the record. Why New Orleans? Because the record is out of New Orleans. I came up Snake Eyes, and I've been looking for the record ever since. Every record show that I go to, I'm asking about this record. Every shop I go to, I'm just waiting to flip through and find it, and it never happens. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why not just get on eBay or Discogs and buy the record? Well, because the record can go for quite a bit of money, and people online tend to price it at the tip top of that scale. It's a hard record to find in clean condition. Recently, Scott, a friend of the Bob Bradley YouTube channel, contacted me and said, Bob, I found the record in Arizona. I already have a copy that I got in Tokyo because clearly Scott gets around and is a man of taste and sophistication. And I would like to send you this copy. How could I say no? The record arrived the other day in a care package. So without further ado, The Meters, self-titled, on Josie, circa 1969. This record is a funky little operator, with tunes like Sissy Strut, Here Comes the Meter Man, Sophisticated Sissy, Cordova, and Ease Back. This record is one of the funkiest records to ever be recorded. Art, Leo, George, and Ziggy play some of the funkiest stuff that you're ever going to hear. It's simplistic and it's all about restraint. But the flavor and the vibe of this record is pretty much unlike anything else that came out in 1969. 1969 was a hell of a year. This copy is probably just breaks into VG+. I've cleaned it several times, and the more and more I play it, the better and better it gets. It is on that Josie label. There are 3 Meters records on Josie. Josie is a subsidiary of Jubilee. There are not a lot of records on Josie, and these Meters records are some of the more collectible ones. It has this killer looking cover. Now, if you've been watching the channel, you know that one of my most favorite records in the collection is this one. The Meters Struttin'. This is the second record on Josie. And I just love the way that this cover looks. There's just something about the way the wear has happened to this record and the colors, the way they've aged. And I gotta say that this record has a very similar vibe. If you hold them right next to each other, there's something about wherever they were printed, the way the colors have aged, the overall graphic design of the records. Just killer looking records with music to match. I'm super excited to get this record. Thank you so much, Scott. I do appreciate it so much. I will be on the lookout for the record that we talked about. Hopefully, maybe I can find the record and send it to you. I don't know. I'm doing my best out here. But I am very thankful to get this record in the collection. So now that it is off of the Grail list and in the collection, I will probably move Fire on the Bayou up a couple spots. So Leo Nocentelli, one of my biggest influences on guitar. Absolutely love what he does. George Porter Jr., just super funky. Art Neville, insane. And Zigaboo, when you listen to those drums, I mean, some of the most sampled beats around, and for good reason. I mean, just an iconic drum sound and style. The Meters, something that probably belongs in every collection. There are some reissues. I've heard at least one. It was pretty good. There are a couple greatest hits records around. If you can find those, they're worth picking up. They have a lot of the tunes from the early Josie records, so that's an option as well. But if you can find these early Meters records, and by the way, the later ones are good too. Rejuvenation, Fire on the Bayou, those are great records. Alan Toussaint producing. Just wanted to make sure I got that out there. He is a genius in his own right. I had ran into a copy in Florida. A lady that was running a record shop out of a storage unit had a toasty copy for $100 and had to pass on that. So this is only the second copy that I've ever seen in real life. So yeah, it's a pretty rare record. It's not like impossible to find, but in Louisville, Kentucky, it's next to impossible to find. So anyway, please like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave some comments down below. And until we meet again, that's right, folks. Bob out.